Hi, everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw Brainwave, Walter Sampson from Jupiter's Legacy. Just so you know, there's a coloring book that you can get through Amazon. Just follow the link in my description and you can get a coloring book to show me how you color to how I draw. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpies. So if you want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself specifically and get us going. And I say that for myself specifically because every now and then I'll get someone who says, I can't see it. I know you can't, and I apologize, but it's not for you, it's for me. This is just for me to get my placement down, my 3 P's, the 3 P's, placement, position, and proportions. That's what I'm going for. And once I do that, then I'm going to switch over to the Sharpie, and then you're going to see your part. So, don't worry about it. Anyway, that's why every now and then I got to come back and say, don't worry about it. You're not going to see this. I know you can't see this. It's not for you. This is mostly for me to entertain you if you're going to stick around through the whole thing. Because, like I said, this is just for me to get my positioning down, but I will talk to you about, I don't know, Jupiter's Legacy or comics or just in general, my general thoughts of different things. So for those of you that just kind of turn on YouTube videos and leave them playing, maybe this is going to be your what do you call it? What do you call it when you I guess a relaxation video, you know, not so much ASMR, but just relaxation, where you listen to me talk. I don't know, but I'm just saying if that's what you're doing, then good for you. Have fun. Here we go. My window is open, so if you hear strange noises, that's from people doing construction in houses next door or down the alley. If you hear dogs, that's because those are dogs down the alley. If you hear aliens, I can't help you. Except the I was going to try to say, like, they have taken you, except the fate that has been thrust upon you of your abduction. I don't know. Or fight. You know what? Fight. I don't know. So what would you... Let's talk about that. Since all I'm going to be doing is sketching, let's talk about that. Aliens come and get you, right? You're past the shock of what is going on, and let's just say you're in fight or flight mode, and okay, sorry, quick edit, I'm right back in. So let's say you were abducted. Let's say the aliens have picked you up and you have the fight flight response. It's apparently in science, that's what they say we have. Either you fight or you run, right? So let's say it's over, that you've decided, okay, I'm no longer scared. I'm either going to get out of here or I'm going to fight for my life. What do you do? You're in, let's say you're abducted, you're in the ship, right? You're past the scared phase. You're mad. You're like, you guys, how dare you? Do you look for a way out? Because you don't know where you are. Are you in space? Are you still in enough ground that you can, like, jump? You know what I mean? I don't know what I would do. I mean, again, but also, okay, let's also say it's these scary aliens. It's not. Hey, we want to be your friend. Let's communicate. It's they want to dissect me, you know. So I guess there's the answer. It depends on what's happening, right? If they want to be friends, well, you're not going to kick your way out. I mean, you're going to make friends, and how fantastic would it be if we all of a sudden were now you know, part of a bigger world, an alien, like Star Trek, you know what I mean? Like we are now part of the Alliance, and our planet will get to talk to other aliens and all this stuff, and that would be great. How awesome would that be, right? So yes, you're not going to kick anybody's face off in that scenario, right? But if they're trying to you know, remove your brain, yeah, you fight your way out, right? And then you figure out how to get home. I see a movie happening here. It's like, how do we say, you know, aliens ate my brain and come back and warn everybody? And everybody just thinks you're crazy, right? Except at that point, it's like, sure they did. Sure, aliens tried to eat your brain. You know what I mean? No one's gonna believe you. You know what? Hang on. I need to edit this hand real fast. Came out a little bit low because I know what I'm going for, but it's not quite there. And sometimes that's what happens. You just got to resketch. You got to try to make it work, right? Because not all the time, that's what your sketch is for, because it doesn't always work, and you just want to sketch until you get it right. And even then, man, maybe it's still not right. That's okay. You know, whatever works for you. That's what's important. We're a little off to the side, but that's okay. I'm fine with that. Let me erase some of these sketch lines now, because I got the gist of it. I got the rough idea. And now I want to add my Sharpie lines, but I don't want the pencil lines to come out. I just want the Sharpie lines. So what I'm doing now is making sure my paper is taken down, but erasing the sketch lines and keeping the confidence lines. Because the lighter lines, the first few lines were just sketch lines. They were so light that when I erase lightly like this, they'll disappear pretty easily. As I got more confident, I press harder, and those are harder to erase. So we're getting rid of our sketchiness and keeping our confidence. And that's how you live your life. Get rid of your sketchiness, keep your confidence, and you do amazing things. I will be there to pat you on the back, my friend. Let's get going. Welcome, skippers. Welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because I do a little different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen. Mostly the fine point, but a pen's a little finer than the fine point. You can find things that a fine point can't quite find. I've sketched the entire thing out, erased the majority of the sketch lines, but left myself enough to see where we're going to go. So I'm going to start off. Oh, and if you want to see more Jupiter's Legacy or Image Comics or just anything in general, check out playlists. There's Jupiter's Legacy playlist. But I do a lot of drawing, so I may have already drawn what you're looking for. So check that out. We'll see what we can do. I'm just going to jump right in with this drawing and start with his eyes. I've got his eyes like this. They're kind of turned. So I'm going to draw the top of the lids like this. Right? And again, I've got him turned like this just slightly, so that's good for me. So I'm going to draw the retina, the color portion. Then hit it with the pupil just a little bit. Oops, that's off to the side. Now, he's looking that way for some reason. Didn't mean to do that, but I'll stick with it. For the bottom of the eye, I'm just going to kind of come in like that, just a little bit. Because if I draw all the way, it's going to bleed. This is getting to be too small of a drawing for a tiny little detail like that. So I'm just going to give him a brow like this. The other one like this, and I've got him kind of furrowed. You know, he's thinking hard. You know what I mean? So I'm putting more lines in there, but see, it's starting to bleed a little bit, so I gotta be careful. So I'm gonna come down here for his nose. And give him a mustache. Okay, so, sorry, I keep editing this video. I keep getting pulled away. So, I'm just coming back in with a little bit of a lip, like this, then more of his beard. Alright, so I've got his face drawn, so I'm basically just drawing beard lines, following the sketch. I want to draw more beard lines, but again, it's a white beard, you know, from his age. So I've got to leave some lines. And let's see, so I can draw the side of his head here to his temple where his finger is going to be touching. Up like this. And here we can see more of this side of his head. So I can see his sideburns and then his ear. Something like this. And then his old furry head. And let's see, he does have a predominant, usually I say we're not going to draw a line, but it's pretty predominant, like his hairline. Right? So something like this. Then I'm just going to bring it back around. Again, it's just a fuzzy, I almost want to say like military cut, right? Because it's not flat, it's like a buzz cut. An old man buzz cut is what it looks like. Now, what I usually do is thicken up my edges to match what's about to happen. But this is kind of a furry hairline. So there's only so much I can do. Like that. There we go. I can live with that. And you don't have to do this if you're working with pencil. I'm just explaining to you why I draw the way I draw. All right. Okay, so I'm going to switch over to the big Sharpie now because I can do the bigger detail. Usually I use this for small facial detail things, you know. So now I'm going to do his cape and all his details. I'm going to do, this is like his neck piece, right? It's not really his cape. Right? And then his cape is attached right here. We're going to say, and then it's going over his shoulders right there. So that's what we're going to draw that. So now for his shoulders, this hand's holding up to his temple. This one is out, you know, with his little force power, so to speak. So I'm going to draw his chest like this. There's his stomach, but let's continue up his shoulder. Let's go ahead, we're here, so we might as well draw this side. So here's his shoulder. God, I'm losing my words. Into a bicep, but I gotta stop right there because I got the arm bent. Let me come in from this way. Here's the underside to the elbow. And then his gauntlet, his wrist, yeah, I guess it's a wrist gauntlet. And we're gonna draw that up there like this. Then I'm gonna draw the hand. Okay, so now his arm is bent like that, so his hand is pretty much, I can't do it, it's kind of doing this with this hand. So let's see what I can do here. I'm going to draw his knuckles like this, his ring finger, because I got two fingers being held up there, and then the pinky. So that means we can see the middle finger in front of the index, like this, and then the thumb is kind of, he's kind of doing like this. So I'm going to draw like that. Okay, now let me come back with a little bit of detail from what I can do, just to try to solidify a little bit of the detail. So it's a little what do you call it, messy in there, because I was trying to do a little bit too much with the big Sharpie, but that'll work. That's good enough for his look. Let's see, so this is going to come up here like this. Yeah, just a little detail while we're here. Let's see, there are some stripes and things, but I think I might want to do those with color. I don't know, let's see. I can just do kind of like, he's got a couple of lines that are really cool, that I really like. And then his, I mean, because that's kind of the whole thing, right? Is he's got some really awesome armor pieces, and that's kind of one of the whole points of drawing him. It's like, well, I want to draw the fun stuff too, you know. But the problem is sometimes it's like it would look better if we do it with color instead of a hard Sharpie like this. All right, so let's do this shoulder piece over here, and then his bicep to his forearm gauntlet, you know. His chest is going to be kind of like this, and I wanted to do that so I could lead it into his arm here. Now I need to stop because I got to draw the thumb and the hand and all that. Let me do that first before I accidentally draw through something. That's kind of the whole point, is I want to make sure I draw what's planned first and then you come back. So I'm going to go ahead and just draw the thumb. Then I'm pretty much just tracing the hand that I did before. I actually had to redraw this hand because I wasn't happy with it. So, you know, you just kind of work with what you got, and then I can come in, continue, and clean that up too. So let me come in here and do this. We're gonna say that the gauntlet is like that, and then I'll add the little details. And you know what? I think, let me see if I can. I kind of want to leave the glove alone because there are some. I gotta do something, right? A little bit of finger lines, but there is some detail in the glove, like a pattern that I kind of want to leave for color. So yeah, let's do that. Let's leave it for color. Okay, so let's do a little bit of, like I said, the cool pattern. In his arm. Okay, and also let's do his. No, I should do that with color. He's got an awesome pattern here too, but I think I should do it with color because it doesn't stand out as much with a black Sharpie. You know, we should do it with a detail. So now we're just drawing basically anatomy, right? It's kind of like Lady Liberty, that his costume is form-fitting over human anatomy. So we're gonna add details as we go, but basically down to the boots, I'm just drawing his costume, or his body parts, right? And then he's gonna have a knee pad here. And let's just go ahead and do the boot. Let's just finish this up and then we'll come back. And And yeah, let's just do that. And so we're gonna do the top of the boot. So he's flying, so it's the top of the foot, basically. So let's just do the same thing. I just might as well. Let's just get into the nitty-gritty of details, you know? I know I'm kind of jumping around, but I've sketched it out, so I can kind of jump around. It's like it makes sense to me as to where he's leaning and bending and stuff like that. And then I'm going to add details as we go here. So let's just go ahead and do the cape too. Let's finish this up, and then I'm going to spend the rest of the time playing with specific tiny detail is the word I'm trying to look for, that I can't seem to bring myself to say. This one's coming back here like this. Like that. Alright, there's the basics of it. So now, let's get into this with some tiny detail for his suit. And again, I kind of sketched it out, so I can come back and just add in little stuff like this. And see, he's got a belt. Now the dogs are going crazy out there, so you're going to be hearing them through the rest of the video. Sorry about that. So just little stuff like this, because he's, like I said, he's got some really cool patterns that I kind of want to capture. We'll see what we can do. Something like that, right? Might as well do both. Or do both. Do all of it. Alright, what am I doing? I'm going to come back here like this. I'm trying to see how I did it versus the real pattern. Let's see what is looking right. Because I think that actually goes over here, but that's okay. Okay, I think that's about all. Like that. Alright. And then cape, right? So, but there you go. I say we take care of the rest with color. So that is Brainwave from Jupiter's Legacy. So here's how I colored it. Tell me what you think in the comments below, or show me what you did in our Discord group. Just have fun and make it your own, because remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures with How I Draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button for new videos.